Now, people have been shouting at Vettel and calling him really just hate, basically, so it doesn't really matter. But the point is, there's been a lot of argument about now on the aeroscreen against Halo again, and given my opinion, this is going to be really hateful. But the point is, they've been acting like what Vettel said for the Ferrari aeroscreen is going to be exactly the same for all the other aeroscreens, and that they're all exactly similar, and it's all the same thing. They've been acting like, because Scott Dixon in IndyCar said this, it obviously means Vettel was wrong in his. But as you can see, this aeroscreen is different than that aeroscreen, and it again is different to that aeroscreen. 3 different aeroscreens, 3 different, and that's what people's missing. They keep thinking they're the same. Now, Scott Dixon said there was not much distortion what Vettel did, and that somehow means Vettel's wrong because Scott Dixon said. However, all we have to look at here is that from the sources, from what I read in places, the Ferrari one was made of many different materials, which makes it, there's much more distortion in there, and maybe fraction. If you're looking at light waves fitting in, there's other problems as well, but I'm rambling here. It was made of many different materials, while Scott Dixon's was made by a company that was made by one material, and it was made by a company that made fighter jet, which obviously means it's gonna be better, because fighter jets making canopies, they obviously know what they're doing. Well, Ferrari's one was created by, I wouldn't say they don't know what they're doing, but they're most likely not going to be as good as people who make fighter jets, because if you look at fighter jet canopies, they're lower curve, and it's good that they're not that much distorted. And people have been questioning Vettel, saying there's a lot of distortion and it's moved people, but if we look at here, you can see there, the hand and the arm, while this is at an angle, looking through there, the distortion could be even more through there, but it can make it worse. But actually, if we look at the same, there's a very similar angle here. If we look there, there is not that much distortion through there. While there's not much look at it through, it doesn't seem to be much. I was trying to find an angle that was similar to that Ferrari angle, but I couldn't find it. People seem to be, and also people are laughing, and it's just ridiculous. They obviously haven't done their research, because that, as you can see, is a lot more curved and a lot more angled than the Red Bull one, for instance. Look, it is that's much more, they're much less angled. People don't look at the intricacies, they just look at, oh look, they're all Halo. No, it's not Halo, that's the other thing. They're all aeroscreens, they all must be the same, which they're not. And if you look at that angle, it's variable angle. Like, it just seems to have changed, so obviously it's going to mean that's different light at different angles is going to mean anything. I mean, I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm just saying people only look, it's just ridiculous. And if then we have a look at back here again, I was trying to find an angle similar like that, but if we look through here, that's, well, again, but that's a terrible shot. Look here, if we look, it's generally a similar angle, and you can see, like I said before, the angle isn't similar and the same. And so if you, and I'm rambling, I'm going over the same points. But people obviously haven't done their research, and they're just generally being idiots, and they're just hating on Vettel. And also the people making jokes about, oh look, it's in Project Cars 2, so it's obviously the same, so I can't, yeah. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with that. It's different, again. All of these are made by different people, using different materials. They might look the same because they're all glass, but you can use different materials in glass. You know, if I was going to go with anything, and there's also other problems with the aeroscreen that nobody wants to address. They only focus on the distortion. Like in the rain, yes, most will we run across. Let's say it gets fogged up. Well, then what? People say, oh, just use rip-offs like the helmet. Yeah, because obviously when you're driving at high speed, sticking your hand out of cockpit into a really fast-moving air and then trying to rip something off a giant screen is obviously similar to ripping off something from a visor. No, it isn't. It really isn't. And so then there's that problem. Oil, any problem with that gets there, then you have to go for a pit stop and don't think drivers are going to like that. And then people are also picking on Vettel as he didn't like the aeroscreen and saying, oh, he's proponent of a halo, but they're not. But both he and Hamilton and Alonso all agreed, but they're only still with Vettel for some reason. So, any problems with that? Yeah, I think people just don't like Vettel, mainly in places that mean news. Don't seem to get it, and also, it's funny. So yeah, it's just stupid. The amount of misinformation out there on both the Halo and the aeroscreen is ridiculous. I mean, it's coming into a Hive community trend now. Hive minded. It's just, it's annoying. It really is.